Hey, it's Samer Al-Sharif. Today I will be talking about servo motors. Servo motors, or servos, are self-contained electric devices that rotate or push parts of a machine with great precision. Servos have been around for a long time and are utilized in many applications. They are small in size, but high in efficiency and power. These features allow them to be used to operate remote-controlled toy cars, robots. I will be discussing how it works, what's inside, and how is it controlled. Inside, there's a pretty simple setup: a small DC motor, a gearbox, a potentiometer, and a control circuit. The motor is attached by gears to the control wheel. As the motor rotates, the potentiometer's resistance changes, so the control circuit can precisely regulate how much movement there is and in which direction. The simplicity of a servo is among the features that make them so reliable. The heart of a servo is a small DC motor. These motors run on electricity from a battery and spin at high RPM, but put out very low torque. An arrangement of gears takes the high speed of the motor and slows it down while increasing the torque. The gear design converts the output to a much slower RPM, but with more torque. A positional sensor on the final gear is connected to a small circuit board. The sensor tells the circuit board how far the servo output shaft is rotated. The electronic input signal feeds into that circuit board. The electronics on the circuit board decode the signals to determine how far the user wants the servo to rotate. It then compares the desired position to the actual position and decides which direction to rotate the shaft so it gets to the desired position. When the shaft of the motor is at the desired position, power supply to the motor is stopped. The desired position is sent via electrical pulses to the signal wire. The motor speed is proportional to the difference between its actual position and desired position. This is called proportional control. This means the motor will only run as hard as necessary to accomplish the task. Servos are controlled by sending a pulse width modulation through the control wire. There is a minimum pulse, a maximum pulse, and a repetition rate. A servo motor can usually only turn 90 degrees in either direction. The PWM sensor of the motor determines the position of the shaft, and based on the duration of the pulse sent via the control wire, the rotor will turn to the desired position. The servo motor expects to see a pulse every 20 milliseconds, and the length of the pulse will determine how far the motor turns. When these servos are commanded to move, they will move to the position and hold that position. The maximum amount of force the servo can exert is called the torque rating of the servo. Servos will not hold their position forever though. The position pulse must be repeated to instruct the servo to stay in position. Servo motors appear behind the scenes in devices we use every day, such as DVD players to extend or retract the disc trays, or toy robots to enable them to move.